Audio Adventures is a D&D 5th edition podcast that deals with possible themes of gore, trauma, and societal issues. Specific trigger warnings can be found in the description. Listener discretion is advised.
Last time on Audio Adventures. Tavis, you know that the rest of the trip will take a bit longer now that you're going half speed because of all of the weight that is on the carpet.
Is everyone fine still going at this pace? Or is there anything that we would all like to do to try to make it go faster?
Well, after that encounter, I would just say let's take our time a little bit. I don't think we're in any rush. I'm gonna be like, hey, Tomb, what's going on? You've been acting more reckless lately.
On the mountain when you guys left me with Nyx, it was like a familiar bond, like a brotherly bond, that I knew who he was, but I didn't necessarily know his name.
You don't have to go throwing yourself off magic carpets. If you want to check something out, let us know. We're a team, you know.
Tomb still doesn't understand the concept of a team yet. I just nod.
If I die while wearing this ring, my soul enters it. Welcome to 10th level infusion.
A Horcrux? What?
I'm going to spend 4 focus points and cast Sending. Mom, Dad is in trouble. I'm going to go find him.
Tibril, you found your father?
She didn't sound good, did she?
You could tell that she seems to be degrading.
Hello and welcome to Audio Adventures. This is a D&D 5th edition podcast that is made by friends, with friends, and for friends. And if you clicked on us, buckle up. It's going to be a crazy magic carpet ride for you and me. This podcast is used by my nerdy friends and I to escape our lives for a time and act out some pretty ridiculous scenarios. And we are so glad to have you here. A couple things before we start. Our group loves the rule of cool, so I'm sure we will get rules wrong. So if we do, please feel free to tell us in a kind fashion down in the comments. Also, if you want to contribute to the fantastical world of Seblos where this campaign takes place, please make a comment and you may be seeing that kobold cleric in the very near future, along with your name in the show as well. Now, please grab a seat and some popcorn and let's meet our Wandering Vanguard.
You guys are going to probably see Tibril flashing all sorts of colors right now. Like, not straight up flashing, but like his glow is going to be frantically changing right now as he, like, looking down at the ground, kind of like scat a little bit, like eyes darting back and forth of like, okay, we need to make a game plan, trying to make a game plan in his head.
You feel a hand on your shoulder after a couple seconds. And Ekman reaches over. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's wrong? What happened?
Our eyes are still darting back and forth, and he's like, hasn't really acknowledged it yet.
He grabs your face and tilts your head up and looks you directly in the eye. What is wrong?
Tibril has tears coming out of his face, out of his eyes. We need to hurry. Mom sounded awful, like the worst she's ever been. Sounds like she's deteriorating even more.
There's a couple seconds, and Ekman's eyes kind of flash like an emotion you're not familiar with him feeling as well. And then he embraces you in a very large hug, but a very large, tight, and fast hug that feels like it's gonna crush you. And then lets you go, and turns around. Tavis,
Yes.
is there any way we can get there faster?
We need to relieve some of our weight, but unless we don't do that,
Do I see the portal?
No, you do not.
No. Dang it.
well, Nyx can cast Fly on himself, and
No, I can't. I don't have it prepared to.
I can make it so that Tomb is lighter, and that would increase our speed somewhat.
Just lying there on my back, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it today. I'm not gonna do that.
Well, then maybe Nyx can cast Fly on someone else?
Spell Fly just seems so overrated today.
The one day you don't prepare Fly. Wow.
Yep.
Well, Tavis can still make us somewhat lighter by making Tomb lighter.
Tomb, do you know Fly at all?
I just really want to summon a cone of weapons, which is why I prepare Fly.
That's fair.
Shake my head no.
How close are we to the ground?
I would say that you are I'm gonna say about 100 feet up.
100 feet up? Dang it. That plan wouldn't work.
What was the plan?
Oh, Timber was gonna just say, hey, Tomb,
Eat himself up.
can you just, I'd just say, cast Featherfall, and I would jump type of thing.
I would cast it on both of us, and then we'd both fall.
That's fair.
Random thought. You could literally do that and then just keep casting, because Featherfall is what, like 10 minutes?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Timber just wants to, basically, he wants to book it at this point. He just wants to get on the ground and run. Full on sprint.
Valentine looks up. Do you want to go somewhere fast? I might be able to get you down on the ground.
If you could, that'd be great.
Well, all right. And Koros, who's been awake but very silent this entire time, kind of looks up at her. Do you really think that's a good idea? Oh, hush!
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Who was the one that got who's the one that got captured? It wasn't me. You sit back down. And she holds out her hand to you.
to me?
Mm-hmm.
I stand up and hold my hand out to her.
And she grasps it and stands up, and both of you, there is a large white door that appears on the back of this carpet.
Tibro goes, I'm going with him.
Do you start to get up?
Yeah.
I can only really take 2 people at the same time.
Man.
And you seem a bit bigger than me. I'm not quite sure if you would fit.
Darn it.
So I can take one other person with me? Is that what you're saying? Or is it just me and you?
I have to go with you. That's kind of the whole bit of the deal.
I start writing in my notebook, and I show Tibro, I was like, can I jump off the carpet now?
No. If this will take us to the portal, please.
This will take you to the ground.
Oh, that's close enough, and you can come back up.
Maybe. Possibly.
Would I be able to go by myself?
You can, if I can get back on the carpet, I don't see why not. You could also just land the carpet. But I already expended a spell slot.
Yeah, we don't have time for that. Let's go. And I'm gonna start walking through the dimension door.
And
Can I jump off the carpet and cast Feather Fall on myself?
You're gonna be falling forever.
my gosh. All right.
How
And
far are we from the ground?
100.
1 second. You see, all of you see the big white door emanate from the back of the carpet and just seem to be like on the tip of the edge of the carpet. And Valentine leads you to the edge, holding your hand, looking back at everyone. Ella looks to you. Now, you'll need to mind the gap, so you need to 1, 2, 3 jump, alright?
Alright,
Alright, let's go! And you guys.
let's go.
And as you walk through the portal, the jump through the portal, I should say, you just feel blinding light kind of like take away your sense of sight. And when you're able to see again, you are on the forest floor. And in the very tiniest of the distance, you see up there the magic carpet that you just were on.
I say thank you. Can you get back up there?
Let's see. She kind of snaps. It should be fine. I need to go now, but all right, I'll see you later.
I'll see you there.
And she walks backwards through the door and it closes, and you're left alone. And you're left alone on the forest floor.
You guys, while you're up there, you're going to see not a bright flash of light, but if you look down, you're going to basically see a beacon that's Cjbeards. Like just a dot that's a purple, booking it in the direction we were flying.
Still want to jump off. But I
You
don't.
made a
jumping
promise.
off?
You made a promise.
I did! I don't jump off.
Okay. And all of you on the carpet, see the same door alight at the back corner, and you see Valentine step back through, but this time alone. All right, your friend is on the floor. I don't know how many more times I can do this. You could also land the carpet, you know.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. I stand up, and I pull up my gun, and I cock it, just, like, checking to see if the chamber's clear, release it, holster it again. I kind of, like, rub my face. Yep, here we go again. I'm gonna say, Tavis, take us down.
I take us down.
You
a
descend
diagonal.
further. You descend in a diagonal. And seeming easily enough, finding the beacon of light that is emanating from the forest floor as Cjbeards is running. And with
Full
that amount of
sprint.
weight, full sprint,
Full sprint.
you're. Yes. Yes, full sprint.
Yeah.
And you guys are able to make your way eventually above the treetops over him. Are you landing?
Yes.
All right. Cjbeards, you see as you're running, the magic carpet come down and land behind you.
I keep running.
To,
Alright.
Come on, and I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat on me. Which, what that does is Expeditious Retreat. This spell allows you to move at an incredible pace. When you cast the spell, then as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends, which is 10 minutes, you can take the dash action. So I'm just gonna keep taking dash as a bonus action.
All right.
Move
So
my full, and then go dash. So I'm moving 60 feet per turn.
and you see as a magic light just envelops Nyx, and he kind of rolls his eyes. He just dashes after, Tibral at a very fast speed. Ekman kind of looks up. I don't know why we're running, but...
Because it's fun!
Do we all just want to stay on the carpet and fly after them?
I personally think that would be safer. We do have a child, a pregnant woman, and a very injured man with us.
True.
And Chorus kind of scoffs.
I command the carpet to go up and to follow them, but I am going to cast telekinesis on Tomb to make her to kind of just hover her and follow us along so that we're lighter going on the carpet.
And I'd like to send Talon to just fly a little bit above where Nyx and Tibral are, at least close enough to where he can still see them within range, just to keep an eye on them.
Cool. You send Talon after, and he is easily able to catch up. And he is gliding after. And the magic carpet takes off. Did you roll for wild magic?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. 42.
Nice. I believe that you're fine. Yes. So you feel weightless. And all of you are now going with gusto as the magic carpet. It seemingly with newfound energy goes twice as fast, and you are able to catch up with your group. All of you making your way to your destination faster now, armed with this new information. You see, just watching this fight in the chat.
You can't help a friend out. Wow.
No.
And the carpet catches up and goes a little faster than your friends running on the ground for a while until Tomb is sat back down on the carpet. But only going a little bit slower now that you're still going at an okay speed. Those who are running on the ground, so that would be Tibral and Nyx, can you give me survival checks?
I can certainly try.
7. Just a second. Okay, it's not just gonna roll 2s all day.
I rolled a 10.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna use my flash of genius to make that a 13. It's gonna be a 13.
13. Alright, so 7 and a 13. You, both, Nyx, you're able to catch up and surpass Tibral, running.
As I'm running, I want to say, on your left.
You're a monster. I'm trying to go save my mom.
I thought we were just going for a jog.
No, I need to go. My mom is dying. Can you please cast...
Oh, why are you on this? Why are you on this continent then?
Because we're trying to find the cure. Can you please help me move faster?
Well, if I do that, then I won't move faster.
Please. I'm begging you, please.
Tell you what, I pull out my bag of beans as I'm running right now. I slow down to run next to him. Eat one of these beans and then I'll cast it on you.
One of the deadly beans?
Yes. You know exactly what they do to the thing.
It would kill me.
Yep, so I guess you're gonna have to keep running. Put away the beans. Now you follow along with the carpet.
Alright. Tell you what, I'm gonna give you guys time to figure out a game plan.
Nix, what is your problem? Wow. You're a monster.
I'm gonna be honest. I honestly thought we were closer.
We're not. We're like a couple hours.
I thought that's why you jumped off.
No, we're not close. I wanted to move faster than you guys because I figured all of you would stay on the carpet.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't heavy enough to like lighten the load that much. I'm a skinny boy.
Without Tibril and Nix, we should be able to go full speed, right?
Yeah, what is full speed on the carpet?
Did she slept? Did she? Or, sorry, you probably asking all of us.
Zach,
Yeah.
what's full speed on the carpet?
I think it's 60 mile. Yeah, 60.
Sam, I have a question.
I have answers.
What would happen if I cast haste on the magic carpet?
With haste, let me double check what haste.
It
The
doubles
wording of haste.
I think it doubles all of your Actually, I don't know. It might be a creature.
Oh,
Choose a
that
willing
sucks.
creature.
Man.
Is it a creature?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Is it?
It gains
Is
a plus
the
2
magic
bonus
carpet a
to your
creature?
AC.
I mean, in Aladdin it was.
It is. You know that with your smarts, that magic carpets are usually classified as items.
Oof.
There are
Okay.
there are creatures in the world that try to look like magic carpets. There are creatures in the world that magic carpets can become creatures. If you want to try it, I would just have you roll a percentage die.
I'm on the ground. I'm nowhere close to it. So
Okay. But that's what I probably would have you do. And that magic carpet would have a plus 2 bonus to its AC as well. If it worked. Alright. So the dramatic couple hour run through the forest is happening.
Yeah, it is.
Drum music is playing in the background as Tibril and Nix are Tibril is frantically running. Nix is on your lefting, Captain America.
Being a jerk.
after
Tibril.
10 minutes, I have to take a break. I can't keep running. I was just jogging. I have to actually sprint.
Yeah, so Tibril, you're in it for the long haul, and
Yup.
you're blinded with worry and rage at your dad for being gone this long, worry for your mother's health. So the forest isn't. You're not able to really see too much past what's right in front of you. Sort of hazy tunnel vision is enveloping your senses. You are able to go around the tar pits, and things like that with actually Nix's help, as he is having to give out remarks like, hey, there's a tar pit over there, and hey, don't step on that, and things like that. After 10 minutes, you kind of know that this is gonna be a very long time, and this is a lot. As Nix has to take a break, and you all see Talon kind of hovering above you as at least Nix is taking a break. But you guys keep running.
Yeah.
I'm not. Still running.
Yeah, you guys keep running. The magic carpet is slowly gliding.
When he's just just on the fringe of my vision, I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat again. and catch back up to him.
All right. It kind of goes like this. Chevril is just consistently going and going, and fueled by anger and worry. And Nyx kind of is in front of him, and then goes beside him, and then has to take a break, and then he's alone for several minutes, and then just suddenly you see Nyx pop right back up to you, and then do the same process, sort of advancing, receding, and this happens several times as it can.
I'm only gonna cast it 3 times, so it'll only happen for a half hour, and then I actually fall behind.
Yes. So, and then you are now in the lead. I will say after an hour of running and jogging without any stop, I'm gonna need you to make let me make sure. I believe it's a Constitution saving throw, please.
Con save. 12.
You are exhausted.
Yes, I am.
1 level of exhaustion.
Yep.
You are out of breath. Your lungs ache. You've been dipping around all over the forest to make your way through. You thought yourself a pretty good in shape man. This is way out of your purview. And this entire time, the both of you have been hearing giggles that are creepy and crashes in the distance and yells in the distance, and having to evade those. But you, as you're getting closer, Cjbeards, you see it first because you're in the lead. You see that there's a mountain very close now. As you look up through the tree canopy, it is a very, very tall mountain in the not so far distance now. You see several tents set up on the mountain leading up in between the trees, and several figures dotting off in the distance that seem to be larger than your usual humanoid size. It seems that you might have made it. And as Nyx, you catch up next to Cjbeards, who is...
we're at the portal?
You are at the Goliath encampment.
Oh. Once I get to the bottom of the mountain, I'm going to stop.
Yes. You are huffing and puffing as you reach. You guys aren't necessarily at the bottom of the mountain. And the magic carpet makes it there before you do, hovering.
This is why I don't go outdoors.
So you are a safe distance away from what you think might be spotted. Can the both of you give me stealth checks?
What the heck is my rolling today?
I can try.
11.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a +3 to that with my second. Wait, I think I have. Do I have it? Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Add 3 to that because I'm using a second flash. And my roll for stealth, 18.
Okay. 18 and 11. All right.
18, 14, because I gave him, because I can give.
Oh, the +3.
Yeah, I can give +3 to someone else.
Nice. Okay, so an 18, 14, not bad. You guys are huffing and puffing, and you see movement out of the corner of to the left of you guys, both of you. You hear branches snapping as if someone is moving towards your direction. And you are able to duck behind a palm frond tree that has some bushes next to it as well, so you can kind of peek through and see what's happening. And as the sound gets closer and closer, you see several Goliath, men and women, dressed in skins that are covering their areas.
The naughty bits?
They're naughty bits. Several different types of skin. Dragging several different types of meat in different states. Some of them riding wolverines as well. Seemingly not able to see you, they are making their way towards the encampment. And there are very tense moments as several of the Goliaths, armed with handmade spears, stop as they hear you guys heavy breathing. And then continue. And you guys are seemingly left alone.
Can we see the magic carpet?
You look up. Tavis, did you make the magic carpet go any lower?
No, I did not.
You see in the distance the familiar design of the red Persian magic carpet.
I'm gonna like tap and whisper, "We have to get back up there."
Yeah, just a second. I'm going to spend 4 more focus points. Wait, after all the Goliaths are gone. After there's no chance of them seeing us. Right?
It's been... They left and they are out of your purview. And it's been a couple minutes now.
Okay. After they've passed a little bit, I'm going to spend 4 more focus points and send a message to Ekman saying, I messed up. We need help. Can you drop about 30 feet? Or about 230 feet.
You get back a reply that says, yeah, you think? You could have just ridden up here. I know you're antsy, but heck. And that's it. And Ekman on the carpet to all of you. Tavis, Tibril says that he needs us to dip down about 60 feet.
Well, all right. And I go down 60 feet.
All right. And as you do that, can you give me a stealth check?
Sure. Okay. 8.
All right. You think you're doing great, but you lower down about 60 feet, and you see, and Tibril and Nyx on the ground, you see that they are about within the distance that you specified.
Okay, now, I want to know if you'll allow me to do this, because it's not technically in the Blink Mage rules, that this is how it can be done. But
okay.
I wanted to know if you will allow me to grab a hold of Nyx and throw my soul knife 30 feet in the air and have somebody up there catch it, and then I blink with him up there.
All right, so this is going to be a complicated process. I will allow you, 1 second. I will allow you to certainly try, as Trevor said. Evens or odds first?
Let's do. You know what? Evens. We'll do evens.
All right. Secondly, make your throw, your attack throw.
Okay. I'm also going to spend a focus point to. So I spend all my focus points to give myself advantage on the attack throw. Okay. That my attack is that 24. No,
right.
I'm wrong. That is 23. There we go. We got it. We got there.
Lastly, well, not lastly, one of the last ones. Tomb, can you roll a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah. Okay, it's not bad. That's 12.
12, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Nyx, can you roll an intelligence check for me?
I can do that. Just okay.
And of course, if you're willing to let this happen.
I am, of course, willing to do that. 18.
All right. Okay. So the stars are aligning for this, it seems. You explain your crazy idea to your acquaintance, becoming maybe a friend, you're not quite sure, but your acquaintance Nyx.
This guy that's kind of just here.
Yeah, this guy that you've known now for about a couple weeks, but now have been through very crazy crap with, he seems to accept, and you can join in a way you hold arms or waists or hands or somehow.
Well, how tall are you, Nyx?
How tall do you want me to be?
How tall are you? Naturally, how tall are you?
I am naturally 6 foot. I can change that. I can change that 6 inches.
No, it's fine. I'm basically just going to wrap my arm around your waist and do the like Luke thing with Leia when he does the grappling hook thing. So
okay,
I'm gonna do that, and then poof.
You throw it, and Tomb, you have no idea what's happening.
Nope.
And
Uh-oh.
suddenly you hear a large screech as you look down.
Uh-oh.
And coming through your metal is a large purple glaive.
Oh no!
Okay. That works. That's fine.
Do you want to roll damage?
Yeah, how much damage is that?
Just a second. I also gotta add D6 of soul.
As soon as we get up there, I'm gonna comprehend what just happened, and I will say I am very uncomfortable with what is happening.
Sorry, Emma. I almost rolled max. 14 damage.
Okay.
That was
It just
almost
reminds
max.
me of the moment when, like, Olaf is walking and then all of a sudden he gets impaled. He's like, oh, look, I've been impaled. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, oh, okay.
I've been impaled.
Mm-hmm.
And
It kind of worked.
Yeah. So 14 damage. Got it.
Don't worry, I still have all my healing. I'm probably gonna heal you.
Yes, that's the one.
oh my gosh. All right, you look down, and there's a large flash of yellow-purple light as these two, and through the entire way, Nyx, you've been kind of like feeling like you might phase out and sort of just pop out of this like of this little bubble that was created around you two, but you're able to, with your intellectual prowess, hold on. And you both
They're gonna come
do
flying
make
at
it
me.
up to
The
the
joys
carpet.
of intelligence.
Now we just teleport and go boop.
Okay.
So
And they land in the middle of the carpet, and you look
And
up
then
and you
I-
see Tomb impaled with your glaive.
well,
I am very uncomfortable with this situation. And I unwrap his arms around me and I take a step to the left.
wait, you take my stuff?
No, I take a step to the left.
I thought you said I take his stuff to
Yes,
the
I
I'm like,
take
what are you
all of
doing?
his stuff. I steal his stuff.
Take it back
I'm-
now, y'all.
I'm going to land face first on the carpet.
As one does.
I'm gonna look over. So I'm no longer holding onto my glaive. Is it still? Do I still see it there, or do I see it like dissipating, and then see the hole?
You see it's still there, but as you look over, you see it start to dissipate.
I'm gonna try to sit. I'm gonna sit up as best I can and hug Tomb. Sorry, friend. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to heal him for 14 points.
He still has the hole because he's inorganic.
Yep.
Well, he doesn't have
And
the
then
damage.
Tomb's just gonna sit there and be like, what is happening to me right now? Because I don't think anyone's ever hugged him before.
I've hugged him
There's too
before.
many-
You have? Okay.
I've hugged him multiple times.
Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't remember.
I thought we were friends.
They were just like really close contact today.
No, Tibril is having a midlife crisis because everyone he
Yes,
thought
he
was
is.
friends is like, no, we're not your friend, no.
Well, Nix is kind of like, he's
I barely know you. And
Yeah,
I've made
I know,
no
but we've
moves
been
to get
through
to
so
know
much
you.
crap. I figured we've been through so much crap. We're like, okay, we're friends, we're allies, working together.
I think allies is a better word. I don't
Allies
know about
is-
friends yet.
Allies is the only word that he would use to describe people.
But after I hug and heal Tomb, Tibril's just going to sit there, not saying anything, and sitting in his shame.
Ekman will come up to you, look down. So, how was your jog?
No response.
It was very refreshing. I'm gonna go take a nap,
I'm assuming Talon
I
comes
just-
back to me, right?
flop on my back, and pass out.
Yeah, Talon would have, after
Okay.
seeing them disappear, his head would have turned up, and just he would have flown
Okay.
back to you. So he lands on you now.
I'm gonna have him snuggle up to Tibril.
After a while, Ekman just kind of like giving you sassy remarks. Talon, you feel a feathery mass just land on your chest. And Talon's just looking at you with his blue glowing eyes.
I'm going to grab Talon and set him on Tomb's lap, and I'm just going to sit there, arms on my lap,
Aw.
looking down.
Talon just snuggles back into the large gash that's in my torso.
All right. So, you all have made it to the Goliath encampment. You're about 30 feet up from the canopy. What would you like to do?
I would like to take a nap.
Fair.
Sit there in my shame.
All right.
Oh, before I fall asleep, we should probably get going, and then I go, and I pass out.
Is the portal inside the encampment?
Tavis, you would know that the portal is very much near the top of the mountain. And the entire encampment is just built up into the mountain through like the entirety of it. So it is in the encampment.
Could we avoid most of the encampment until we get closer to the portal?
So like it is a very heavily fortified encampment. Very much built for like either a nomadic life or all-out war, either one. So there are wooden fences surrounding the camp, and then it seems to be sort of like a layer system where there's like clusters of tents in the distance, and then a layer of another wall, and then clusters of tents, a layer of another wall, and about halfway up you see that there are not very many tents, but you see a mass of activity just on that level, and then it continues up in a sort of and another one and another one, and at the very top of this mountain you see a large tent, and then near like, and then you can kind of see there's a path curving around. So that's what you kind of remember Tavis as, like the portal's near the top of the mountain where that large tent is curving around, and it is very heavily guarded.
Because I realized I could just cast seeming on us to make us a disguise until we get closer. Because we probably should find a place to lower the carpet that's a good distance to where when we leave Virgil, Valentine, and her husband there to rest, that nobody will interfere with them while we go searching for the portal.
Yeah.
And obviously when we find it, we'll go back and get them and then go through the portal.
Yeah. So I guess we should look for a place to kind of lay down low.
Yeah.
And to...
Is there like a place...
all those who can't go with us to look for the portal to stay safe till we can find it.
Alright, so you roll a investigation check.
Tavis or me? Oh, wait.
The one who's driving, but if you want to aid him, you can attempt to do so. Yeah, or you can do a separate roll if you want.
I'll just assist him.
Alright. Good. Alright. Investigation?
Yes.
But 21.
Alright. You look around, kind of realizing that you're not in a very advantageous situation at this very moment. And look up at the... You're still a little bit ways away, enough to, like, if there were guards on duty at the walls to get into the encampment, you wouldn't be spotted. So, you look up in the distance and see that party that Tibril and Nyx had evaded before is now entering into the encampment. And sort of, it's like a checkpoint. They're like checking to see if you brought back any food, sort of thing. You can see that with your 21 investigation. And you look around and not quite sure. Everything seems to be quiet right now, but you do see a little clearing off to the north. About, we're gonna say, that's math in my head. It's about a couple 100 feet away and there seems to be about a lot of like thicker sort of trees around it.
All right. So I see where it is, but okay.
Yeah, like you haven't went over there, but you see like the dip in the trees and how like it seems more heavily forested in that area.
Okay.
Or you see something to the south that seems like it might be like a large tar pit.
Okay. I guess, is the group with me, or did we go off to look?
You have everyone with you right now on the carpet. Unless you wanted to land it and search on foot.
No.
Okay.
Well, we seem to know where it is now. We have two options. We can either land somewhere, maybe rest for the day, or we could just, again, land somewhere, sneak in, and sneak into the portal. Or we could risk it and try to sneak past while flying and just go into the portal.
What time of day is it?
It's getting darker. It's around dusk at this point.
Okay, just curious.
I kind of start writing in my notebook, and I say, I basically point out that I have the ability to disguise everyone in the party. So whatever we decide, I just want to let the party know that that's an option. So like I could disguise, we could either leave people with the carpet and then have some stealthier people go search for the portal so that we know exactly where it is. And then I can keep us disguised like back at the carpet until they return. Or we could all just walk in disguised as something.
As you guys are all thinking and reading what Tomb says, pipes up for one of the first times that you've really heard him when he wasn't mumbling in his sleep. Look, I know I'm the one that you all had to save here, but why do you even need to go near this encampment? I think it's just better if you go in the opposite direction. You see what these Goliaths can do.
Forgot we didn't explain to him what was happening.
We need to get to the Feywilds. Tibral's still looking down, like crisscrossed legs sitting there. We need to get to the Feywilds.
Interesting. I find that if you must absolutely go into that awful encampment in there, smaller teams would be best. But if you can't find a safe way for me and Valentine to get in there, I think that we might just take our leave.
Understandable.
We kind of did just drag him along in a sense.
No, not completely. Valentine wanted to. This is not Tibral speaking. This is Peter talking. Just heads up. But like, what I remember is she was like, "Oh, we're going to the same place." Well, and then we're like, "Oh, do you want to travel with us?" And they're like, "Sure."
Oh, I must have not been present during that part.
I guess we didn't really explain that well.
That was the conversation I forgot to tell you about.
That's okay. Now I know, so we're good.
Valentine will pop up. But Koras, they're going to be ending up in Nevada anyway. It's the scenic route. We could take the scenic route, and it will be a great time. And we can tell our child that we took you to the Feywilds, and before we go off and see Gwindra, and
Valentine,
tell
he's
her about.
right.
Huh?
I said Valentine, he's right.
Nix. You see that I could take care of myself, and you just haven't seen Koras in his action just when things bad happened.
I open one eye, and I look over at her, and I say, "Yes, you may be able to take care of yourself. However, you're not thinking for just yourself."
Make a persuasion check.
I'm good at the. 28.
You can see the fire of the fight drain out of Valentine as she looks down, kind of caresses like stomach. You're right. Been a bit. I've only been caring for myself. I apologize to Koras and Nyx. I want adventure before I can't have it. So, whatever. She kind of looks off in the distance. And Koras kind of like holds her hand.
What if we left them the carpet?
I close my eye in the front.
Because, Toom, you said you could disguise us?
I shake my head, yes. Oh, then I write down in my notebook, I say it'll last for 8 hours.
Well, what if we left Valentine and Koros with the carpet? They can take it, and they can still have an adventure on their way back through Ivada, or Estriestion, to Ivada, and we take the disguise and go tiptoe into the encampment. Throwing out ideas.
I can also cast it twice, so I could cast it on us and them if need be. Unless it takes 8 hours to get through the encampment, then that'd be a problem.
I'd be fine leaving the carpet with them.
Yeah, because we can't really bring Virgil in there either.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like we might want to send a small group in who have the highest on stealth to like try and locate the portal so that we know where it is in the encampment exactly, and then I can cast.
Well, wouldn't
seeming-
Tabitha know exactly where it's at, considering he's been there before?
Well, I guess it's a good question.
Should I roll a history check?
Yeah, roll a history check.
Yeah, because if he knows, then we could just go for it.
That's how one of the steps.
Yeah.
+1 history.
Woo.
That adds up to 2.
Oh, no.
Man.
Yeah.
All right. You remember the vague location, but wait, or was it? Or was it on the other mountain range?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Is this the right one?
Wait, what'd you roll? Sorry, What was
You
your
rolled
roll?
a 2.
I
you rolled
rolled. So it was really just a natural 1.
I can't. Never.
Yeah.
Is there a way to, like, sense the magic of the portal?
I think I.
Could we just ask?
Theoretically, the Goliaths might know about the portal.
True.
And with seeming, I can disguise people to look like, well, it depends on how tall everyone is, because I can only make people appear a foot shorter or taller than what they already are.
How tall are Goliaths normally?
7, 8 foot.
Because I'm 7 feet as Tomb.
Wait, no,
What about it?
I'm wrong. It was like 10, almost 10. Goliaths are huge.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
the second tallest person in the party.
I'm 5'9".
Yeah,
what
so that...
if? What if we make them look like a very, very old giant? That's kind of just, kind of like.
What if we stack?
I am the same height as Red Guest.
What if we stack, guys?
I mean...
2 dwarves and a crunch.
True, we could do that.
2 dwarves, 1 trench coat.
I mean, it says change the appearance of any number of creatures that you can see within range. You give each target your choice of a new illusionary appearance. So I don't know if I could, like, change 2 people into one thing.
Tibral's gonna pipe up a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was metagaming for this entire conversation that I was
That's
talking.
Yeah, that
That's fine.
kind of was too.
That's fine. But Tibral's gonna pipe up. It's like, well, if we do that like you were thinking, I know me. Like, there's a few of us who aren't nowhere near tall enough to even make it seem like we're Goliath.
Yeah, I think the closest people in height-wise would be me and Nyx, and we're not the most charismatic people of the group.
Well,
Speak for yourself. I'm very charismatic.
Virgil pipes up. I think that I'm pretty cute.
what?
I was metagaming.
Yeah, I kind of was too. I'm not speaking through Tomb, I'm just speaking.
I think I'm pretty cute.
Hey,
Wait,
Nyx.
how tall are, like, Goliath children?
Hey, Nyx.
Yeah.
How much-
Probably be
How much
About-
metal do you have?
My
you
a
make
couple
magic.
feet below.
You said how much metal do I have?
Could you make shackles for most of us?
Well,
Ooh.
precious metals, I'm not gonna include. I have like literally a single chipped rapier that I'm not using.
Well, you
That's
put
it.
all of that armor and that weaponry inside my bag of holding, remember?
No, I stripped it down to make the
Make toothless.
Yeah,
Oh,
22.
okay. Well, with seeming, I might be able to make it look like we have shackles. So theoretically, Tomb, I could disguise Tomb as a Goliath
hear
because he's
me
the
out.
closest to the height, and then I could not disguise all of you, but like I could make you guys, I guess, look like commoners or like normal people with shackles on, and I'm like leading you into the encampment. The only issue would be is that Tomb is not very charismatic, and obviously he can't speak.
What
So-
if I yeet a magic bean at somebody?
We're
True,
not
I
gonna. We
mean-
don't want to kill anybody. Why don't you try planting those before
Ooh.
shoving those down people's throat?
I don't know. He creates a distraction. We run in, all Goliathy.
It's like a 3 in 10 chance that I'll get something good.
Well, without knowing the location, we'd have to run through a whole encampment.
Mm-hmm.
So creating
it's-
one distraction is not killing one Goliath is not going to create enough of a distraction.
Sam, is there like an area on the highest point where we could land? Or is it like it's just the tent and that's it?
From what Tavis has told you and what he can remember, not quite sure.
Okay. Can I send Talon up to see?
Yeah,
You want to?
We literally have
Yeah.
a bird. Why don't we just send Talon to go do all of our scouting for us?
I mean, I don't know if he could technically sense the portal's magic, because
Well,
but,
he
like,
has eyes.
right, like, I could see if there's an area up there that's hidden to where we could fly to on the magic carpet. Or if Talon, or I could see if I could see the portal if it's visible to the naked eye. Yeah. Do you want me to make a perception check and a stealth check, probably?
Yep. So perception with advantage, and I believe
Okay.
stealth is.
I'll do perception first. Just. Ooh! 23 for perception,
Nice.
and then I'll roll for stealth. And then 21 for stealth. And then this whole time I'll probably just sit down and like you'll see Tomb's eyes go dark and he'll just be looking through Talon the whole time.
Okay.
At some point during the conversation, Tibor's going to start passing out a little bit. Like, you know, when someone's like falling asleep and their eyes just start jerking shut, but he's staying awake.
That's right, because you're exhausted still, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Ekman will dig through his pack and wrap the blanket around you and just lean you against him without saying a word. Bundle you up like a burrito.
I fall asleep.
And as you hear Talon, you guys know Talon is there, but he almost appears not to be. As he lifts off, you almost don't even hear his feather wing flaps as he glides off in the distance. And as you connect through him, you can see that he is getting closer and closer to this mountainous and Goliath encampment. And you can see why they have lasted as long as they have. There are torch lights every couple feet along the top of the wall. There are several Goliaths around the front and the sides, holding torches, making rounds around the encampment. And you see as he's flying through, they kind of look up and then just kind of go back to what they're doing because they don't care about an owl. And as he passes over the wooden fence and glides up the mountain, he sees what I have explained before as several tents, sort of all culminating all together, and just every sort of like cluster of tents made out of hides of different sort of animal skins or people skins or whatever skins they could find. There is a communal area in the middle. that they seem to cook at, and there seems to be several different Goliaths heartily laughing and drinking out of hand-carved sort of steins, drinking and being merry, and just that continuing through as he continues to fly up and through. When he gets to the middle portion where all the commotion is, you see that there is a large dirt circle where there are several just bodies laying around the dirt circle of several different Goliaths laying there, breathing raggedly, as several other Goliaths in the middle of the circle are just fighting it out with all they have. And sweeping past that, moving further up the mountain, you see, getting closer up to the right side as he circles around, trying to find this portal near the top, sees like several carved wooden cylinders just pounded into the ground, and several sort of humanoid-looking forms clustered inside. And with his 23 perception, he would see a very familiar sight of an older man in there with very wispy and white wild hair, with several other sort of figures just coiled up in tight circles, everything seemingly taken away from them, except for their needed clothes, as they are not being heated or anything, they are being left in the dark. But with his owl eyes, he can see a very familiar old man in this cage, and several other humanoid beings around him as well. And as he continues up the mountain to the top,
Wait, when you say familiar, do you mean like someone our party's met before, or someone who's only familiar to Toon?
You know him as you have met him before.
Me as in myself, or as our party?
As you.
Me?
Yeah.
Do I know his name?
Thellery.
How do you spell that?
Thelry. Thellery Sieg.
Do I know anything about him?
You remember meeting him in Avada when all of you started your journey at the castle during a large gala where Tibble had learned of a new magic that is using different types of plants to create unexpected effects.
Was that the moment when we saw the weird armor thing, and the darkness, and the king, and the...
Yes.
Okay.
It's the guy that we met in the garden. In his garden.
Got it.
He was the royal herbalist, and you remember Tyrrell telling you that he was sent a letter, and that the king was blaming him for the king's son was blaming him for the king's death, and that he had to run.
And that was this episode of Audio Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and most of all, please share to get out the word so we can share our story with you and keep doing what we're doing. If you have an idea for an NPC, a shop, or even an encounter, please comment down below. You might be seeing any of those in the next session or maybe even the upcoming sessions. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next week. Please stay safe, everyone, and wear those seatbelts.